Welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. You know what? I love your company. Really appreciate you coming back to this channel. You know, if you've been here before, you know what it is. It's not too seriously. You know, we don't look at barcodes. We don't look at packaging. We look at the fragrance. We try and keep it real. We don't get too serious because if you take things too seriously, it kind of loses its fun. So that's what we do. We look at the fragrance. Okay. Now, all right, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I was absolutely rubbish at learning French in school. I just couldn't get a grip of this really weird language. It wasn't until I watched that episode of Friends where Joey is learning French, and I was like, I get it. And within half an hour, I'd absolutely nailed the French language, to the point where when in 2010 Chanel launched their new fragrance, BLEU de Chanel, I was like, I know exactly what it means. So I rushed out and I bought this BLEU de Chanel, the original EDT, Eau de Toilette. Man, what a fragrance. For me, it was love at first sniff. And all the critics at the time said, oh, it's too generic, it's too ordinary, it's nothing special. For me, it was wow. What do you get with BLEU de Chanel? The EDT, the original, 2010. You get probably the most versatile, the most ultimate no-brainer fragrance that is available. All right? For 100ml, you'll spend about just under £100. You'll get it in Boots, you'll get it on the internet, so it's readily available. It's mainstream, and it's a very popular fragrance. Right. For me, the first thing you get as it comes off the sprayer is an incredible, really sort of almost punchy, sparkling grapefruit note. It's that heavily citrusy grapefruit, and it sort of comes at you, it smashes you, and wow. See, I suppose for all perfume manufacturers, if they're going to sell a product, it's that top note. It's, as you spray it, it's what comes off straight away. And for me, it was like, wow, I'm in love with this fragrance. You're also, with BLEU de Chanel, you get vanilla, you get peppers, you get some spices, and you get amber, massive fan of amber, and you get incense. Oh, man, there's a lot of ingredients in this. You go on the internet, you'll see all the ingredients. Trust me, the way it's blended is it's smooth, okay? And yeah, you spent a lot of money. Trust me, people around you, A, will smell it because it works well, it projects well, and B, they will know that you are wearing a high-end product because it really does. It smacks quality, okay? There is no doubt about it. How long are you going to get out of the EDT? That's the original Eau de Toilette. You're going to get maybe 2.5, 3, maybe 4 hours of good projection and good longevity, and then it goes down to like a sort of a woody, vanilla-y, incensey skin scent. You'll still smell it on you, but it won't project. Okay, I'm a massive fan. This is so versatile. What age could wear it? You know what? A little kid getting on his potty, I've said this before, he could wear it. Or an old guy, 80s, in his 90s, he could wear it, and all the different ages in between, because this is just the ultimate no-brainer. And if you wake up and you think, is it the right setting? Is it the right weather? Is it the right season? You know, I'm going to the office, I'm going to the gym, I'm going out with some friends. You know what? Just put BLEU de Chanel on, because it works with any season and any setting. It is so versatile. Right. In about 2014, 2015, something like that, BLEU de Chanel, no, not BLEU de Chanel, Chanel decided to bring out another one in the line of BLEU de Chanel. So, of course, being a massive fan, I was like, I'm going to go and buy it, and sure enough, I went and bought it, okay. This time, they called it Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Parfum is a little bit more expensive than the Eau de Toilette, but it's all the same sort of notes, just notched up a couple of gears. So you're going to get a massive dollop of amber, a massive dollop of incense, vanilla, and of course you've still got that awesome citrusy grapefruit note, which really sort of fires off at the start. In terms of projection and longevity, you will get, this is, on my skin, this is slightly better than the Eau de Toilette. You get maybe 5-6 hours solid projection. People around you, it almost sets up a sort of a scent bubble around you, and as you're walking, it sort of trails off you, the sillage as they call it, let's not get too technical, the bit that comes off you, people around you will smell it. And you know what? This is up there with my complimented fragrances, because people around you say, what are you wearing? That's good. That's nice. They really are wowed by this. And yet the critics back in the day said it's too ordinary, it's too generic. You know what? I was already there. I was thinking this is. Now, if you look at the most popular fragrances as it stands now, sort of 2020, if you like, you've got your 1 million, you've got your Dior Sauvage, and you've maybe got this. If you sort of look at the top sort of 3 best-selling, most popular, if you like, I would always steer towards this because of 2 reasons. First of all, because of that incredible opening. It's the best opening I've ever smelt. And secondly, because of the incense note. The incense note for me keeps it absolutely unique. Okay. Now, if you're thinking, wait a minute, I've spent £110 on this, and I'm only going to get half a day's worth of projection. Remember, carry your Travelo. Fill it with BLEU de Chanel, and at lunchtime, top up. Okay. Now, a lot of people say to me, what's the difference between the two? Do I need both, or should I buy just one or just the other? Okay, now, I thought about it long and hard, and I put some on each arm and I compared it. Right, there's not a massive amount of difference. I'm going to try and explain this in a really professional way. This one is your Scrappy-Doo, and this one is your Scooby-Doo. So the original Eau de Toilette, it's punchy, it's let's go get him, come on Scooby, let's go get him. And this one is slightly more refined, it's slightly more chilled out, and it's like, no, Jackie, no. Okay, so that's probably the most professional way I can explain it. This one is a little bit rawer, a little bit more punchy, and this one is almost chilled out. And I think it's possibly the extra amber and a little bit more incense and a little bit more vanilla. It's made it more refined, slightly more elegant. They'll both do any settings, and I would suggest to you that go and try a sample of each, because they're both available. Put one on each arm and wait for the dry, because they both start off roughly the same, but the dry down is slightly different. Okay, go and try it, but don't buy both. You don't need both. You either have one or the other. I go for the Eau de Parfum because on my skin it lasts longer, and I'd rather have that than have to keep topping up all the time. But the EDT, you know, it's bright. They're both bright, they're both youthful, and they're both an exciting fragrance. Just buy BLEU de Chanel if you can afford it, and don't bother buying a copy or a clone. Please just buy the original thing. Save up if you've got to. Buy the original thing. Right. I hope you think that was a semi-professional review. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's maybe put a smile on your face. And hopefully you're going to go out and you're going to buy one of these. Or maybe you'll buy it for your partner or your loved ones or something like that. Trust me, nobody I've ever spoke to says, oh, I don't really like BLEU de Chanel. It's not possible not to like it. So just go and buy it. Thank you for coming to this channel. I would appreciate a thumbs up, and I would be so honoured if you would subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. So in the meantime, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.